never change, never change. Oh. You think I would look pretty on your arm once you cover up my bruises and battle scars, but it always ends the same. Can't bear the things I've had to face. Got you crying on your knees in pain. Oh, some things never change, never change. Oh, you break your back to make me feel again. Suffocate to make me breathe again. Lose your mind from endless pain. Some things never change, never change. Oh, redemption never came. I stopped asking for forgiveness, cause you should know only fools tread with the angels. Fear to go, but you keep trying to get too close. Save myself by turning into stone. So save your judgment cause you just don't know. But some things never change, never change. Oh, they say I should feel guilty and change my ways, leaving crumpled bodies in my wake. Swear I didn't mean to make them break. Swear I didn't mean to make them break. But they're so delicate and so mundane, and they keep coming like a moth to flame. Oh, some things never change, never change. You break your back to make me feel again. Suffocate to make me breathe again. Lose your mind from endless pain. Some things never change, never change. Oh, redemption.
All right. This is probably going to be the only way I'm going to be streaming until I figure out until I figure out how to fix my damn, well, let's just say let's just say that some things are just, well, out of my control. Control. But we're just going to relax with a little bit of lo-fi until we get into the weird and gritty. Welcome to the Zilla Show. I'm your host, Rickzilla, and hopefully this will not go unpunished. But until we figure out why my computer, and yes, in case you're wondering, yeah, I'm using a different mic because a lot of people keep saying that I have problems with the other mic. So I'm pretty sure I might need to replace that mic. I might need to replace a lot of things. And I mean a whole lot of things. Hello, everyone. Hello, peoples. Hello, peoples. Yes, this is a different format. This is a StreamYard format, and everyone's coming in. Everyone's having to come in. Yes. Apparently, there's a lot of issues with my computer, and until I figure out why, until I figure out how to fix them, how to update my systems, this is probably going to be the norm from now on. Can anyone hear me? Can anyone hear me? Or is it just my mic? There you are. Hold up. And there you are. Hopefully things will be better. Oh, thank you. Thank God. All right, so what we have for tonight is we're going to be looking at, well, a few things that I was going to look at when I was on StreamYards, but apparently things didn't really go well according to plan since, well, my computer was being a little biatch. But luckily we've got the power of God in anime. Luckily we got the power. And hopefully my computer doesn't take a dump on me. All right. Oh, crap. So, this is what I look like. This is my avatar for when I'm not doing this type of shit. And here's my avatar when I do this shit. All right, we're back. Just hit the computer with a hammer. Just kidding. No, we're not going to do that. All right. What was I saying? Oh, yes, that's right. Oh, yeah, that's right. We're going to be looking at a lot of crazy people. Or at least we're going to look at a few crazy people. We got the Cyrax fight. We've got Mary's freakouts. We've got the triggered armed liberal. I might introduce Hula to Ralph Mayo. We might have that outlawed MB bit chick. I might show a little Larson. And to finish this off, we might have some Ralph Mayo. So let's start off with the Marty versus Cyrax fight. Let me exit. Let me pause this music, and then, or let me exit out here, and then we're gonna go on to the other screen. Hold on. There you are. Oh, there she is. There it is. Full screen that. And we're good.
Yeah, like he was going on the alley. Lights off.
Hey guys. Hey YT lawyer.
Look. Oh, here he is.
There he is.
Come on by, buddy boy. Come on by, Cyrax. Come on by.
Sorry about that. So, for those of you who aren't in the loop, I'm sure Hatman played this at the end of his show. Cyrax is a kitty diddler. He is a pedophile who comes from a whole long line of pedophiles. His daddy was a pedophile, and his grandpappy was a pedophile. Cyrax lives with his grandmother in the attic, and currently his grandmother's boyfriend Ed passed away. And last week, Cyrax's arch enemy, Music Biz Marty, rented out an Airbnb across the street from the grandmother's house. And
Come on by, Cyrax. Come on by.
there's for those this speck of this little gremlin, this little goblin here is Cyrax, and the person that's calling him out was Music Biz Marty. There he is. You see how he's storming at Marty, and then he just runs after him. Let me show that again. And then he runs after him. I'm sorry, I just couldn't resist. I'm sorry, I just couldn't resist. It's funny just to see a bunch of idiots, a bunch of crazies go at each other. I know a lot of people don't like to know about Cyrax because he's, well, a kitty diddler. Looks like a townhouse. The death rattle of the goblin. Let's hear that again. By the way, Mary, if you're watching this is going to be you too. Imagine if Nice Lone Wolf rented out an Airbnb across the street from Adrazia's section apartment complex, and then she pretty much antagonizes Mary, and Mary goes after her, and this is what we see.
Get the fuck out of here. Who's the king? You are? Then run away now.
Who's the king? Did you hear that? Hold on, let me play that.
Now. Shut the fuck up. Now. Then run away now. Shut the fuck up. You are? Then run away. You are? Then get the fuck out of here. Who's the king?
Who's the king?
Then run away now. Get the fuck out of here. Who's the king?
Who's the king?
You are? Then run away now. Shut the fuck up. Fine. You win.
You win.
You win. You win. Please let me go. I'm thanking you. Please.
I mean, kind of makes you think. Yeah, he got beat up. Oh, I know about that. I'm aware that Undead Pikachu. I'm aware. Don't worry. I know a lot of people are like, "Oh, Rickzilla, you're rehashing Cyrax." Well, some people don't know who he is. Well, but I'm sure I got some new material coming out in woodwork. Hopefully not something that. So I'm eating right now. But I just felt like doing this. I know people are tired of hearing about Cyrax getting its ass whooped.
Get up. Bitch.
I know a lot of people are tired of hearing about, oh, Cyrax got his ass whooped. I just thought it was entertaining. And hopefully I got some new material coming out soon. probably in video format, not in stream format. I'm planning on doing like a once a month deep dive in, well, some of the craziest people that people have forgotten about. Anyway, that was Cyrex for you guys. Oh, he does look ugly. He kind of does have that. I kind of look at these in like a psychological aspect. I know people get tired of hearing us talk about these people, but I'm trying to look at them in a psychological aspect. Yeah, that was Cyrex for you. And now here comes the trolls. That's what I love about StreamYard is that whenever it's late at night, and I'm pretty sure half the odds are just doing it just to go to bed. But that's why I always have the later audiences. Anyway, the next video is Shani and Rev. And yeah, I'm just doing it just because I need to get my numbers back up and try to get back into the swing of things. So Shani is venting about not trusting anyone. Let me speed this shit up because Shani and Rev talk too slow. And there it goes.
I'm doing horrible.
We know, Shani.
That's how I'm doing.
Yeah, we know.
I'm doing horrible. And my heart's been broken again. No shock there, really. From another fake person.
I wonder who this is. Who it is this time?
Who said they wanted to be my friend, but pieced out in the end.
Shani. Shani. A majority of your audience, a majority of people that watch you only hate watch you because, again, you are the most repugnant, repulsive, and disgusting person I've ever seen. You rival Letiti in that aspect. You rival Letiti in being one of the worst mothers imaginable. I mean, how much of a monster do you have to be when you to rival Letiti? Oh, sorry, that was me. This kind of reminds me of a joke about a traveling salesman. And by the way, that might be either me or Shani. I have a habit of breathing into things.
And I'm just devastated in life. I feel devastated in life. Like with everything. Like my body doesn't work. I'm always in horrible pain. I'm getting worse every day physically. And with that, I'm getting worse in my mind. And I really wish this counseling thing would come sooner than later. Because I really need counseling right now.
Oh, you need counseling. Oh, you need counseling. Ah! You need counseling. Oh! What happened to your appointment? Why didn't you make your appointment, Shani? From what I've heard. I mean, how many times have we heard you fake cancer? How many times have I heard you fake an illness? It's kind of a phase, if you think about it. It's kind of a phase, if you think about it. Excuse me.
But you know what? I need a vent. I need to get it out.
Uh-oh.
You know,
Sorry.
I'm just bewildered why people have to be such fake fucking trash.
Fake trash. Shani, sorry if I sound a bit high pitched. Let me lower the volume on my mic. It kind of sounds a bit peaked. Yes, I'm using an old mic that I had in 2021 that I swapped out for the one that was gifted to me by running the train. Anyway, back to this train wreck of a human being. Shani, you are by far one of the most detestable women I've ever seen. And this is a story. Shani was pretty much everyone's first cow. For some people, she can be people's first cows.
And they lure you in, holding that carrot. And then they spit you back out. As soon as you're deemed not worthy enough for people, like loyalty is dead.
Oh, here we go again.
There is no loyalty anymore. It's who can do the best for me right now.
Who the hell is Super Spurk? It doesn't matter. It's probably another one of the trolls.
I'm devastated and I'm heartbroken.
That I unblocked. It's just okay. I really don't have a problem.
Like, why don't people stay? Why do they go away? Like, and you just question, it's like, did I say something wrong? Did I do something wrong?
And that's one of her famous vernaculars. She doesn't say her G's. It is said that Shani reserves her G's for calling a certain person the N-word. That or she's illiterate. Or she's just too lazy to words. She's too lazy. Personally, I think she's too lazy to words.
And you know you didn't do anything wrong.
She did nothing wrong. I sped it up because I hate her. And she's boring.
You know you didn't do anything wrong.
I just want to get through this video so I can talk shit about Mary. That's why that's what we're here for, is so I can talk shit about Mary, and then I might talk shit about the armed liberal.
It just hurts. Like, you put your feels into someone, it's just like they just fucking cut your throat, and they know your throat's been cut, and you've been backstabbed so many times, and they do it still.
And whose fault is that, Shani? Whose fault is it that you have alienated almost everyone that has tried to help you? I mean, it's obvious that your ego, your massive ego, dwarfs the Milky Way. I mean, your ego is so big, it has its own gravitational pull. And I hate to say this to you, Shani. All the bad shit that's going on right now, all the fake friends. Well, first of all, this is the internet. No one is actually your friend on here. This is the internet. Nobody is actually a friend on the internet. And secondly, the people that did try to be friends with you on here, you've pretty much shoved everyone away because, again, you let your ego get the best of you. You've let your children starve. You've physically and psychologically abused Rev constantly. And for the last 3 years, I've watched your videos, and again, I usually don't like watching Shani that much anymore because she's usually boring. I mean, whenever she does her streams where she watch like detective stuff, she's become boring, kind of like with Mary. But when she fakes a meltdown or goes pity party mode, that's when I tune in because, again, it's the hypocrisy. It's pointing out all the reasons why they're hated.
It's like, how much more
I don't think Rev.
do I have to lose? Can I just hold on to something without it just being fucking just gone? Can I hold on to something without it being taken away from me? Just something.
Yes. Yeah. No, Rev is not a pedophile. At least, I hope he's not a pedo. God. I hope he's not a pedo. If that were the case, then woo! Just woo. No, he's just abusive towards the kids. That's why he got locked up. He hit Zachary. Because he's too weak to fight Shani, he has to take his frustration out on someone who's in a weak position. And in his mind, the only person that's weaker than him is the autistic son, Zachary. And when Shani decided to take him back, the kids were crying and begging her not to bring him back in that house because of what he did to Zachary. And she ignored them. So the kids are currently out of her care. Thank God. Thank God. Because she is by far the worst mother I've ever seen. Like I said, next to Letiti, she pretty much rivals Letiti in that category. And she rivals Adrasdia in the category of being the worst hobo on this platform.
Like, People are telling me, be positive, be positive. How can you stay positive when every time you put your heart in something, it's taken away?
We'll talk about the dress later, Kev. We'll talk about the dress later.
Anywhere, I just fucking does. Why even try? Why even fucking try?
Why try? Why bother?
I don't want to be mean. I don't want to hurt anyone. I don't want to make anyone feel uncomfortable. I don't want it.
Well, it's too late for that, Ham Beast. It's too late for that, Della Beast. Because we all know you keep saying, I don't want to hurt people. I did nothing wrong. Why are people hating me? Well, there is a long list of things that you've done wrong. And there's a thing that I see with most of these cows, and that is reality is subjective. And the people that we talk about, people like Mary, people like Shani, and the new person that was in Hatman's chat earlier, they don't like it when their reality is challenged. Because, again, it destroys their illusion. Think of the Frederick Nietzsche quote. That take a look at that. Think of the Frederick Nietzsche quote. Some people don't like it when people. Some people don't like it when reality. I don't know. It's a Frederick Nietzsche quote that I kept reciting. Some people don't like to live in reality because they're too afraid that their illusions would be shattered or something like that.
I don't want that. But it wasn't good enough, I guess. Me being kind wasn't good enough. So my question while I'm trying to figure out this...
Yeah, you're right. Shani can't hobo.
Communication.
That's why Mary's here.
How the
hell? You're right. Shani can't hobo. That's why Mary's here.
Hell do you communicate if you're being kind, but yet they still leave? Like, what is the trick to getting people to stay in your life?
I don't know. What's the trick? I don't know. Be a nice person. Be considerate of other people's feelings. Sacrifice your individuality for the sake of others. I mean, why am I giving this advice? I don't know. Why am I giving people this advice? Why am I giving Shani this advice? It's obvious that she has no empathy. It's obvious she has no actual emotions. She just mimics sadness, but she's mostly filled with rage and hatred. And she comes on here playing the victim and act like she's the one being oppressed. Does that sound familiar to some people? Because
I'd like to know. Because I'm really sick of losing people at this point. I'm really tired of losing people.
You still have Rev. Shani.
Whatever.
Whatever.
They do. It's what these goddamn trolls do.
Of course, Shani. Blame it on the trolls. It's always the trolls' fault that you're living in squalor. It's always the trolls' fault that the key fobs were stolen. It's always the trolls' fault that the tires on the Durango have been slashed. It's never always Shani's fault. It's never Rev's fault. And you try to use people as human shields to hide behind. You used G-Man to fight your battles for you, but now that he sees you for what you are, he's just using this opportunity as a way to, well, start a war with you. as he starts a war with almost everyone on this godforsaken platform. I mean, G-Man is a piece of shit. And I don't understand why people are siding with him. I mean, he's just as bad as Shani, if not worse. No one is in the right in this situation. Nobody is in the right.
They pretend that they're your friend and they care for you, and you start opening up and you're like, oh wow, I have someone, and then your mind gets tricked. And then they turn against you. Just out of the blue. And it's happened to me time after time after time again. And I'm tired of it.
She's just tired.
Sayonara.
Is this your Yes. Once again, Shani likes to sadfish because again, that's her only that's her only mechanism is to sadfish because it's basically her only means of getting what she wants. And unfortunately, it's not working. I mean, it doesn't really always work with most cows.
Why even come to me and say that you want my friendship? And then turn around and then just stab me in the back. Like I don't have any fucking feelings. This is why I don't get close to anyone. This is why I don't get close to anyone, because I'm tired of this fucking happening. I'm tired of my heart being thrown out.
Don't you mean your crinkle heart, Shani?
Like there's not much left of my heart. There really isn't.
Well, of course there's not much left in your heart. It's pretty much clogged with whatever fatty acids that's been pumping through your veins. I mean, have you looked at yourself in the mirror lately? I mean, you're not fit as a fiddle. You're not healthy as a horse. I mean, look at you. You're big as a house. You rival Amberlynn Reed in the morbidly obese category. I mean, your legs don't work because, well, your legs usually work when you're angry. I mean, I've heard you stomp around when Rev was pretty much not giving you what you want. And if you think you're coming on this platform looking for love and validation, Shani, then you're fucking crazy.
There really isn't. There's not much left to take. So many people have taken pieces of my heart.
So many people have taken pieces of my heart. Oh, here you go, being dramatic again. As usual. Honestly, I've heard this before. So many times. And you wonder why nobody believes her?
And those pieces of my heart were precious to me.
Maybe you should have thought of that when you started being a complete and utter sociopath. But then again, sociopaths are incapable of empathy. So I suggest you show... I mean, Shani... I keep saying this. Shani has no empathy. So show her none in return. That's what I say. I say that about Adrasia too. I made like this little poster, which is a nod to some other poster that says, Mary has no empathy. Show her none in return. And I could say the same about Shani. She has no empathy. She's incapable of it.
And then it's just thrown away. And then I'm left a fucking devastated mess. And I'm sick of being made to feel this way. Because it is not fair to me. I'm already so heartbroken in my life, and you decide to go and break my heart.
You've had your heart broken. I think that's because you have heart disease. I don't know if that's the reason why your heart is hurting. I think it has to do with, I don't know, your cholesterol, your weight, the fact that you may have the beatus, and you're morbidly obese, Shani.
I used to do this second emotion thing and get pissed off that someone made me feel this way, but now it's like I don't even have the energy.
I wonder why you don't have the energy. Maybe it's because, I don't know, you don't sleep. You've never slept in a single night in your life. You're always tired. You're always exhausted. And that's another symptom of morbid obesity. Sleeplessness, depression, the list goes on. Aches and pains, heart problems. I'm no doctor, but I'm beginning to think that she doesn't have cancer. I'm beginning to think that she's just faking it for sympathy and views and donations. Because we all know that Shani has a habit of faking illnesses just to get money for weed. Kind of reminds me of someone we know, someone that we will be looking at next.
I'll just be heartbroken, not even angry, just heartbroken.
You're going to be in prison soon, Shani.
So I guess expect another person coming out of nowhere with another Shani hated video and Shani exposed and all this other bullshit.
I expect that
Just
too.
expect that, because that's what they do.
Well, you're the worst person I've ever seen. You're the most hated woman on here. Well, next to Latiti. But Latiti's in prison right now. And it looks like she's going to be in, well, at least, actually, no. Latiti is in some sort of like mental ward or some, and she's probably going to be there for the next 4 to 15 years, give or take.
They do what they do, bait me, and then they take whatever they can get and exploit it and twist it to like something sinister. So I'm expecting another fucking name just ragging on me. Because that's what these trolls do. They pretend to be my friend just to fucking get in my head.
To quote Big Al, welcome to the internet, bitch. To quote Big Al, well, to quote Big Al, welcome to the internet, bitch.
And then exploit it.
Hurt yourself,
And
Shani.
turn me into some horrible person when it's like I genuinely love you.
You are a horrible person, Shani. Oh, wait. I think this is a video towards her sister, I think. I don't know. I haven't been paying much attention to Shani that often because, again, I've been in my own world, and then I go hang out with Greg for when he does his streams. But Shani has something in common with Boogie. Every time Boogie is low on cash, he always does this pity party thing, and he hopes that his followers, his so-called followers, give him money. And that sounds like something Shani does. It's a common thing that most cows do when they don't get their way. And there goes. Sometimes my computer acts odd and strange. Oh boy, here we go again. This is wartime. This is our time. We won't be denied. Sorry, y'all. A little inconvenience. A little. Sorry, y'all. Technical issues, and it kind of fucks with me.
I'm just gonna stop loving people. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna stop loving people.
Oh, we're gonna show who James is. Nah, fuck it. I'm just gonna show who James is.
Whatever. There's your reaction.
Sometimes I keep forgetting. Press the keys. We'll defend ourselves. Yeah, fuck it. Let's just do it this way. And Mary's quality is shit. I'm just going to do it with this. Oh, hi, Mary.
I'm receiving backlash for deleting the videos. The reason I deleted the videos is because I'm tired of defending myself.
I wish that was James. If you want to see James, I'll give you James. RC3. Don't worry. And I want to give credit where credit. Stop sharing. So you want to see what James is? You want to know who James is? Well, you're in luck. James, I'm not going on his main channel because James is a complete asshole and he's crazy. So I'm not going to go on James's main channel, but I want to give credit where credit's due. I want to give a shout out to the sweet and lovely Emma, who is a really dear friend to me, and I recommend you give her a like. And subscribe. I'll link her channel in the description. I mean, she's got a community. Emma's got a community tab, and show her some love. She is a sweet friend and a queen. She is a queen of hell. Right now, let's see James's karate. The karate that all the nurses want to have sex with.
Now, a lot of people like Adonis with the whole, it's hard to get in a front stance if you're not really stretched out real good. Well, if you have to stretch out before somebody, is attacking you and you got to defend.
We've always speculated that the reason why James was being a bit tame prior to the recent shit that he's been doing is because we assume that James probably scored. And we assumed since Mary disappeared for a while, we assumed that James probably scored with Mary. That's why AP made that cartoon, that Grape Jimmy cartoon. Anyway, let's
defend yourself. You're probably not going to fare very well. I mean, what are you going to do? Oh, please, not in the face. My hammies. I got to stretch my hammies. But let's get on with it. I'm going to teach a couple of hand techniques. I'm going to go over a couple of things. People might go, this is not karate. This is boxing. This is boxing. No, it's karate. In American karate, there's a lot that comes from boxing.
I am so glad that Hatman made like these stills out of all these screenshots because they're so. Because I've been using, and this is a funny thing I should have told you. I should have said I've been using a majority of these screenshots, or at least I've been using the stills that Hatman made to create like these fake photos of James stalking children. Okay, maybe I should have revealed the secret, but it's got to be said. But what if I was inspired by actual photos of James stalking children?
So, number one, you're going to put your right.
Yes, I've pretty much turned James into Slender Man.
Foot back, not your left. I like to fight from.
I've turned James into Slender Man.
Fight in a ring, which is an unorthodox stance. However, it also.
We thought he scored. We thought James scored. But Adrasia had to ruin the whole thing because, again, it's always Adonis Paul's fault. Adonis Paul is lying about me. Oh, Mary, all you had to do was be quiet and play along with the skit. You didn't have to ruin it for everyone. But I'm oppressed. I'm a targeted citizen. Yeah, we know, Mary. Now shut the fuck up and do as you're told. You crazy hobo, always wanting to be the center of attention.
The way they teach, of course, you're going to have to equalize both your sides in karate, which is where it differs from boxing anyway, because you have, say you're going to put your right shoulder back. Unlike Adonis, you're not squaring up. Why aren't you squaring up?
We thought he scored, but Mary had to ruin it. Apparently, James, to this day, still remains scoreless, and he will never score. That is why he's going to die alone, unless someone puts him out of his misery.
Somebody in karate. Because all this is available to hit if you square up. So if you're like this, and a lot of kung fu guys go like this, and that's why they get their asses kicked a lot of times in karate matches.
By the way, James, your karate is shit. By the way, James, your karate is shit. Your form is off. And I don't need to know karate to know that that is not how you do things.
It's because they'll square up with you and you just like kick them, punch them, whatever.
I don't need to know karate.
It's very easy when they're squared up to hit them, whereas it's very hard to hit somebody that's like this, okay? So, now again, in a street fight, I'm going to go over that, how to fight from, not today, but I'm going to go from how to fight from like a regular ready stance type of thing.
Yeah, it's better to die alone.
Your right leg's back, your center line is facing that way, okay?
Brittany.
So you're going to do a jab. Can you see? You can see my fist, right? Okay.
My name is G. I'll set
your jab is going to come out. You're going to hit with these first two knuckles. It's very hard to break your hand if you're hitting with these first two knuckles, especially if you're hitting the Makawara. So you're going to jab and bring it back. Jab and bring it back. When you jab, step into the jab with the front foot. Step in, pull back. Step in, pull back. Step in, pull back. Now, okay, what about block?
I don't think James needs to be challenged. I think the only way James can ever stand a chance is if someone pretty much comes on him in prison because he's a kid. Let's not forget that James is a kitty diddler. Let's not forget that James likes little girls with no pubic hair. So you better watch out. Hide your kids. Hide your nurses, because James is stalking little girls and nurses out there. He's been hiding in the bushes, hiding in the playgrounds, beating his meat to hat men, beating his meat to little girls. He's also beating his meat to nurses too. So you might want to warn your local hospitals in case you see a double-chinned, slack-jawed, crazy stalker creep saying, okay, talking about breeding. Talk about breeding, because he has to breed. He must breed. No, the fuck he doesn't. No, the fuck you don't, James. I'm probably going to only reserve StreamYard for the hate.
Well, blocking, you block like this. Block like a boxer. But better than a block, as Adonis likes to quote Mr. Miyagi so much, best way, best defense. No.
Goes to show you are still a racist, James. You've never seen Karate Kid, nor Cobra Kai. Then again, this is a guy who likes to think he is a superior intellect, who is so obsessed with wanting to win an argument. Kind of like G-Man. Maybe James should hang out with G-Man. and maybe they could do recreate Street Fighter, where G-Man could dress up as Ryu and he could give the Ken costume to JRC3.
Oh, be there. So what you want to do
I don't know.
is you want to move to the side, jab, okay? Jab. Jab. You don't want to bounce around like a fucking retard, like a lot.
Like you, James? Like you?
A lot of people will be like, oh, you don't need to do that shit, okay? So you're going to move.
That's his favorite word. Okay. Hadouken!
Side to side.
Hadouken!
Okay? So.
Wow, you suck,
jab,
James.
bring back, punch. Again, you're turning and punching. First two knuckle. Keep your guard up. Guard is always up. This isn't Taekwondo, okay? That's a big difference between Taekwondo and Tung Sudo. Tung Sudo, always keep your guard up because there's a lot of boxing.
Maybe in prison, Adam. Maybe in prison he would be good in a sissy fight when he's going up against a big black dude by the name of Bubba. Not our Bubba. We love our Bubba because he's bones. Actually, he's basically a soul.
In Tung Sudo, Huang Ki was, he had a lot of influence from the Westerners, and part of that was Western style boxing. So your guard is up, punch, punch.
Your punches are weak, James. Anyone with half a brain who watches you will probably not go by what you say because, again, karate is for the weak. Well, karate, that's not how karate works. That's not how fighting styles work. You've watched YouTube videos, tutorial videos, and you think that watching tutorial videos makes you a master. It takes years of discipline and understanding. It takes generations to master the art. You can't just learn it overnight. And you claim to be a karate master. You're a yellow belt.
Punch. So jab, jab, punch. Jab,
True.
jab, punch. Step to the side. Jab, punch. See? Okay. Now again, I'm not stretched out at all. I'm in blue jeans. I'm going to go over kicking later, but you shouldn't need to stretch before you kick.
I like that. I like that shot. It brings out the kitty diddler in him. I like this screenshot. I like this pause. It brings out the kitty diddler in him. And Hatman took a screenshot and made it into a still. And I used one of the stills for the alleged sightings of the James Squatch. He is out there stalking little kids on the playground. He's also stalking nurses at hospitals. He needs to be stopped.
If you have to,
he needs to be
you
stopped.
really got to find something else to do with your time. You can stop.
All right. All right. I think that was informative. Actually, it wasn't informative because that was pointless. James, you're never going to score. James, you're never going to score. You're going to end up alone. You're going to grow old and die with the knowledge that you never scored. Karate is for kids. Your form is weak. And you suck. So, I would say this. You suck. That's it. I have nothing to add. James completely sucks. He completely sucks ass. Nothing else. Nothing more, nothing less. He just sucks. And he will continue to suck until the day he leaves this earth. Or until someone puts him out of his fucking misery. Give or take. One of the two. James will continue to suck at life until he leaves this earth. Or someone puts him out of his fucking misery. And speaking of people who think that, and speaking of people who will continue to be sucking. All right, see you later, Hoagie. Super Spurg provides. All right, so speaking of someone who should not be put, speaking of someone who needs to be put away for the rest of her life in a padded cell. Let's take a look. Let's see what Mary's been up to. By the way, Mary, I hate your ball. I hate your guts. You are a horrible person. And no one is trying to throw you in prison. So I don't know why you're so upset.
I'm receiving backlash for deleting the videos.
Well, of course you were receiving backlash for deleting your videos. Because again, you're trying to hide from the truth. You get backlash from, I mean, I've seen you delete a lot of videos. I've seen you I've heard about you privating videos because you're too afraid to face the truth. The truth is, you are not the murderer. You were an accomplice. And you'll try to defend yourself constantly, but it's not going to work. We all know about this game.
The reason I deleted the videos is because I'm tired of defending myself. I'm tired of defending myself day after day after day. I wake up having to defend my existence, having to beg and plead for a single person in this world to accept and acknowledge that I'm alive, and that's okay.
We know. We know. Because you wouldn't shut up about it. You wouldn't shut the fuck up about, I don't know, being alive. You wouldn't shut the fuck up about it.
I'm not going to do it anymore.
Then get off the internet. Get a job. Do something. But you won't. Because again, you need the attention. You need validation.
I know you have the videos re-downloaded. I do not care. I know you say you're going to take them to the police. I do not care.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Nobody said that they were going to take them to the police. And I'm pretty sure she's talking to Niece Lone Wolf or this April girl that was in Hatman's chat earlier.
Take them this one too. I do not care.
And why are
I
you?
have not done anything.
We know.
But if you really want to, go ahead and take it all to the police.
No. No, Mary. We're not going to take it to the police. Because there's no point. There is no point. Okay, I'm just going to split screen it. No, we're not going to take it to the police. Because again, there's no point. We're not going to take it to the police, Mary. Wonder if I could display it on here. Instead. That way, I wonder if I can display it on here instead. That way I don't have to, what if I could...
You've threatened
Sorry,
for
I'm just...
3 years now. For 3 years, you have told me daily that I'm going to be put in prison, that you're going to have this reopened. You're going to have me put in prison. You and all of your friends, you're going to have me arrested and incarcerated for this crime that somebody else committed and is sitting in prison for right now. It's going to happen. Then do it.
What's the point? What's the point, Mary?
Then do it. You have said over and over again, you have all the evidence you need, that I talk too much. You have everything you need. So do it. I am sitting here waiting for the police to contact me. Go ahead. I will wait patiently. I will play a video game or watch a movie. I will go on about my life patiently waiting for the police to contact.
I'm trying to do it this way because I think it's better this way than... Hold on.
Stop threatening. Do it, but stop warning. Do it, but stop promising. Just do it.
Do
For
it!
3 years, you've told me you had enough evidence, so prove it. Prove that you have the evidence you believe you have. Prove that you have the lawyers you believe you have. Prove what you are saying. Just do it. And stop threatening it day after day after day. Just fucking do it. The person who needs to be scared about the police being contacted is Adonis Paul. Because when...
Oh, I got it. Much better. Yeah. Streamception. Sorry. I'm still working on the kinks. This is the norm for right now. But until then.
The police are looking into this. When they do start asking questions, the question they're going to ask is, why do so many people falsely believe these things?
Adonis Paul did not lie about you. He used your videos to make the Mayo documentaries.
Why did this person file for Freedom of Information paperwork for all of these documents and then lie to the general public about what was in them? They have your name and everything because you filed a Freedom of Information form. You filled out everything. You told them your name and your address, and you promised them that you would not use that information to hurt anybody. And what?
He's not hurting you. No one is actually hurting you, Mary. He's just pointing out all your bullshit, all the fallacies in your stories. And you react to this because, again, you are so desperate to wanting to be the victim that you'll try to pull anything out of your ass, out of your crusty ass, to make Adonis Paul the bad guy. When you are the villain in all this, Mary, you're not a victim. You're the aggressor. And you go on trying to blame everyone else for all your own problems. It's gotten to the point where now AP has decided he's no longer going to be viewing your videos on his channel anymore because you cannot keep his name out of your mouth.
You did has absolutely hurt somebody. You asked for classified documents from a murder trial and then used those documents to turn 10,000 people against the only witness in that trial. You spent 3 years terrorizing the witness in the case, trying to force them to falsely confess to a crime they didn't commit so that you would not be a liar for telling the world that they did. Fuck you.
No, fuck you.
Go to the police. Go.
Fuck you, Mary. No, fuck you, Mary. You are a horrible person. You scream and cry whenever you don't get what you want. And whenever people don't buy into your bullshit, you go into these tirades and you threaten everything under the sun to make things go away. You want a hug box. You want people to hold your hand. You want people to come in and make all your internet bullies go away for you because you are too afraid to do it yourself. Miss me with that shit, you crazy narcissistic hobo. I have no sympathy for you. None. And I never will have any sympathy for you because, again, you are absolute evil.
Go ahead. Have them start this case. Have them look into it. Please have them look into it because the sooner somebody sees what is happening, the sooner it can be stopped. What they have done is wrong. So, you're not supposed to use Freedom of Information Acts to terrorize innocent people.
It's not terrorizing innocent people, Mary. It's pointing out your hypocrisy, pointing out all your lies. And you are by far one of the worst liars on here.
They have taken the murder of Roberta Laws by Kenneth McBride and they have portrayed it as being perpetrated by me.
Well, you're an accomplice, Mary. You helped bury the body. There's CCTV footage of you going to the Walmart with Kenneth to purchase the shovel. But the reason why you ignore that in your story is because, again, it makes you look guilty.
And there should be legal ramifications for that, because I have spent 3 years in hell because of the way they presented the murder trial of Kenneth McBride.
There was also the emails, which have been lost due to tampering of evidence, that suggests that you were telling Kenneth to get rid of Roberta. Perhaps you meant to put her in a home, but it appears that he did not get the memo.
Not the murder trial of Mary Barone. Not the murder trial of
Scream
Mary Barone, of Kenneth McBride. But they keep switching the names when they talk about the story to make people believe I'm the one that did it. Please go to the police. I'm begging you. Do it. Have your master manipulator friend Adonis Paul exposed for the cyberbullying liar he is.
No. We're not going to do that, Mary. You want to know why? Because we're trying to distance ourselves from you.
Go ahead. Make me happy.
Okay. Fuck you, Mary. Have fun in prison. And also say hi to Letity for me.
Finally, do what you've promised to do over and over and over again. You swear you're going to do it. You promise me you're going to do it. Your life is not complete until you've done it. So do it.
You're bluffing, right?
Pick up the phone, call the police, and tell them what you know.
You know the police are not going to do jack shit because it's a closed case.
Go ahead. Okay. So there's at least one person.
Wow, you look terrible. I thought Cyrax looked bad. I thought Cyrax looked bad when Biz Marty whooped his ass.
Who is very determined. They're going to put me in prison.
It's that April chick that was in Hatman's chat earlier.
The rest of my life. For a crime that I did not commit. Because Adonis Paul told her that I committed this crime, and she's not going to rest until...
Hold on. Always got to take intermission breaks. I always like to take intermission breaks during these things. Yes, Roscoe, I do sell myself for $5. And hey, Rocket, aka XX, how are you doing? It's nice to see you again. By the way, Rocket. Rocket. I keep forgetting. By the way, Rocket, if you ever plan on coming back to the tubes, just know I always need a new co-host and a producer. Anyway, so oh yeah, that's right. There you go. The shoes of righteousness, the armor of righteousness. God, I wish I had that. Jesus Christ. Sorry, I just had to take a little intermission break from the crazy insanity that is addressed, yeah. I mean, oh my God. Oh my God. The nerve of that bitch. The nerve of that crazy hobo. It's just like, God damn. Oh my God. Come on. Come on, Roscoe. God damn. I'm like, I just need to talk. I just need to take a breather. Jesus Christ. I mean, Jesus Christ. Yeah, we know. Yeah. Whatever, Roscoe. The shoes of righteousness stomps the enemies of wickedness. Oh, God damn it, Mary. This is why I hate Adrastia. Because of her delusions. She's insane. I just need to take a little breather. A small breather. I'll be back. I just need a moment of clarity. All right, moment's over. All right, moment's over. Ah, there's a sight that I did not wish to see again. All right.
Till justice is served.
Justice for
She
Roberta.
keeps threatening and saying, you're not going to have a lawyer this time. There's no $10,000 lawyer that's going to save you this time. When I reopen the case, it's going to be massive. It's going to be huge. You're not going to have a lawyer. Two things wrong with that problem. First is, I did not have a lawyer the first time. I was a witness. Witnesses don't need lawyers.
No, Mary, you were not a witness. You were an accomplice. An accomplice, Mary. You were an accomplice.
They're innocent witnesses of crimes, not the perpetrators. The second problem with that is, had you done everything you needed to do and somehow reopened the case, you could not deny me a lawyer.
Then you better call Saul. Adrastia. Then you better call Saul.
You cannot charge somebody with murder and then say, oh, you don't get a lawyer. Sorry. We decided because you had a lawyer the last time and it worked for you, you're not allowed to have a lawyer this time. No. I did not have a lawyer the first trial because it was not a trial against me. I was a witness in it, but
you were an accomplice.
But if you were to reopen the case and they decided to...
How long are you going to drag on this whole I was a witness to a murder? I was a victim of Kenneth McBride. He shackled me. He shackled me to a radiator. Bitch, you got that from Silence of the Lambs. Do you think we're... And this is a thing... And this is a thing I see with all these dumbass, these lolcows, all these crazies. This is a common thread I see with all these crazies, is that they're blind from reality. It's sad. It's pathetic. And we're just going to continue fucking with them until, I don't know, they leave the internet permanently. Have their privileges revoked because they're too insane to stand trial. I don't know. All I know is that I'm probably not going to be looking at Mary for a while. I'm probably just going to be looking at funny videos of weird commercials and probably some 1 to 900 weird 1-900 numbers from the 80s and 90s. And a little bit of light-hearted stereotypes.
Attempt to try me for something. You don't get to tell me I can't have a lawyer because legally I'm allowed one if I'm being tried, especially if it's for murder. So yeah, if you bring this back to trial, if you somehow switch the narrative and force it back into trial to let a pedophile murderer out of prison and put me in there in his place, You don't get to dictate whether or not I have a lawyer.
We're not trying to get him out of prison. We're trying to put you back in prison. We're trying to put you in prison with Letiti because you falsely accuse everyone of wanting to murder you, you crazy hobo. You don't get to decide what we're going to do. You're the one hiding in your Section 8 apartment. You refuse to let go of the past, and you do nothing to contribute to society.
Because legally, I have the right to have one. They will just give me one, just like they gave me this house. Pisses you off, right? There's nothing you can do about it.
You know what pisses me off, Mary?
I know it pisses you off because I've seen the comments. I see people telling me that my apartment is bigger than their house, and I don't deserve it, and they're mad, and they think that I just got something for free, and it pisses them off.
You're empty.
It took years.
Mary, there's nothing in your apartment. You're too lazy to do everything yourself. I mean, AP said it in Mayo 3. You've never done anything for yourself for a majority of your life. And I could see that through all of your videos. And to be honest, it's pathetic. It's sad and pathetic to see you living day by day, not doing anything but cry and beg, cry and beg, cry and beg, cry and beg, cry and beg. You're just like Shani, except you don't have Rev to tell. You don't have Rev to bully. You are a literal waste of oxygen. You are not deserving of any sympathy. You are the most repulsive person I've ever seen in 2021. And this was when we pretty much were trying to get Shani off the internet and probably in prison. Of course, we did get her first YouTube channel. We got her YouTube channel yeeted, but she then tried to make other ones. And then those got yeeted. And then she tries to go Twitch, yet that got yeeted. And yet she's still on the internet. And not in prison, where she should be. Same thing with Adrazdia. They all deserve to be in prison with Letitia. Shani and Adrazdia deserve to be cellmates with Leticia for the next 4 to 15 years. But that's, in a perfect world, they would have been roommates. Until then, we're just gonna keep calling you out on your bullshit, Mary.
Working with the system.
I loathe
you. That I have. If it's nicer than your place, I cannot control that. I literally do not live where you live to control the maintenance of your building. For 5 years, I lived in a tent on a sidewalk. And a lot of you want me back on that tent. A lot of you also don't want me living in front of your house, right? You tell me to just get back out on the street, just sleep in a gutter where I belong. But if I was sleeping in the gutter outside...
Just to let you know, the reason why it's frozen is because her battery is running low. So yeah,
your
it's not me.
You would have a problem with that, wouldn't you? That's not your gutter, that's my gutter. I want you in another gutter. Well, those other people might not want me in their gutter either. They're working to keep homeless people off of the street because taxpayers like you don't want us sleeping in front of your houses. You've made that clear. You don't want us sleeping on the street in front of your house. You don't want us sleeping inside of a building. Oh, right, you want us dead. And that's not your choice. Just like it's not your choice whether a criminal going to court gets a lawyer or not. It's theirs. It's not your choice whether I have a home or not. It's the government's. It's not your choice whether I'm medicated and in therapy. It's mine. You have a lot of opinions on my life. And you think you have a lot of control over my life because you can pick up your phone and you can call somebody and lie to them and hurt me. But the reality is it is my life. And as much control as you think you have, you spent 3 years trying to have me evicted from my Section 8 and I'm still here. You spent... 3 years trying to put me in prison for a crime I didn't commit, and I'm still here. You've spent 3 years badgering me endlessly to confess to a crime I didn't commit, and yet I haven't. Because you are wrong, and you can't force somebody to live the way you expect them to just because you believe something about them. You've been lied to. You have been lied to by Adonis Paul and by my abusive family to believe that it's okay to treat another human being the way that you do. It is not.
Hula, if you're still in the chat, just know I am ready to take on the one, the only armed liberal. Armed liberal! The time is now, armed liberal. Feel my wrath. Feel my blade. It is time. Oh, shit. It is time. Fuck it. Let's do it this way.
It's me, yeah, the armed liberal. Hail Satan!
Hail Satan!
And today, I'm here to talk about pissing off MAGA Republicans and conservatives.
Bob! You ain't got no idea, bub. Ah! Armed liberal. I am ready. Are you threatening me? Are you threatening me, armed liberal?
You see, yesterday was the National Day of Hate on Twitter.
Okay.
It was a far-right celebrated holiday about just celebrating their hate towards anyone that was an American. And fortunately, nothing happened, which is a good thing. More than likely, it was just a troll day for far-right conservatives to, for no reason, upset their own communities.
Hey, armed liberal. The reason why I'm choosing this video instead of the one where he was going off on Hula is because AP said it best. Armed liberal's daddy walked out. Armed liberal's daddy didn't love him enough, which is why he goes after people who have kids, because he was deprived of a childhood. His daddy never loved him. His mommy never loved him. It brought out a deep-rooted hatred in his heart for parents and for Republicans. That, or it's just an act. But I, Rickzilla, the Lord of Hell, the Duke of Hell, an avatar, am inclined. This is the time for Rickzilla to activate the form. I'll be back.
So, what happened is I spammed my music and my links on Twitter, just doing kind of what anybody can do. And I stumbled across a very weak and cowardly conservative who got so enraged by my Bible ripping up pages, but wasn't really upset about, the suffering of Jewish people. So this guy named Adonis Paul, late night cartoon dude, something on Twitter, was making pro-Hitler statements and laughing at the suffering of Jews. So I just trolled on him and told him that he was a loser and basically just figured him out pretty quickly. He's just a generic Walmart white guy from the, I'm sure from the Mideast or the Midwest.
He was born.
He believes in the Catholic or the Christian faith, one of the stupid ones that believe in Jesus. But
AP has never said he believed in religion. AP never said that. If anything, he said that there is no God. There's nothing on the other side. I don't know that for sure, but
he was trying to denounce Judaism, which is pretty much the same thing. So anyway, the guy just was pretty upset that I have content, that I have music, and that
I don't think he was upset. I think he found you as his new favorite character. And the fact that your rap game is on fire. I've heard Velvet Hero. Those bars were fire. And I'm beginning to think that all these videos that you make out towards Adonis Paul and Hula Girl are basically wrestling promos. If you want someone to fight you in TPW, I'm coming for your ass, armed liberal. Just know that I almost had Bubba's soul, but JJ Stoner was too powerful. He was too OP. But until I have my chance in the new season, I'll make do with you.
that I have music videos and that I have studio quality productions.
You're just a white boy rapper. And I can hardly wait until you make a video on my ass because, again, I like to have a little fun with you. I like to have little fun talking shit about you. Come on, armed liberal. Come on. You've never seen a VTuber avatar talk shit about you? I like it.
So I just enjoyed trolling on him and discovered that he got so triggered by me that he dedicated a segment of his show to me.
I don't think he did. It was it was an appreciation segment. It was more of an appreciation because you're funny. You could have been a comedian, but you chose to be a libtard, triggering the right. All that humor, all that hilarity, wasted on trying to trigger the MAGA people. If you want to go after a MAGA person, go after Burnside. From what I hear, he also has guns too. Or at least he has like a fake AR-15. Oh, hey, Carrie. Good to see you in here. Oh, hey, Carrie. Good to see you in here. By the way, this is my format. I'm a potential VTuber. And by the way, this is Armed Liberal. This is the Armed Liberal, the one that was triggering Hatman.
So I recorded the pieces of it, and I'm going to present it to my viewers because it's absolutely hilarious.
And yet you did not shoot the Quran, but you tore pages from the Bible. Come on! By the way, Hula's egging me on. At this point, I think Hula's trying to be my cheerleader. Come on! You really want? Are you threatening me? Are you threatening me, armed liberal? Are you threatening me, armed liberal? Are you threatening me, armed liberal? You do not want to mess with the Zilla. I will destroy you in the ring at TPW. Plus, my character is pretty much taller and bigger than you. I'd probably crush you into diamond if in my monster form.
I will warn you, the video will have to be 18 plus just to watch. This guy was so mad that he's using all sorts of language, which is very typical of conservative cowards like himself. Do notice that he is a father too. So before I show this video, this guy is a definite dad and he has a daughter. So that will kind of put who he is into play before you hear what he has to say. So everything that he's saying, keep in mind, he is a father and has a daughter. So it's not a surprise why he's not with the ex-girlfriend anymore. So I just wanted to show you, it's a great example of how out of touch the far right are, that they're so concerned about looking weak that they're willing to just make a joke out of anything, including the deaths and the violence towards Jews, to where if you confront them about it, they fall apart. They just fall apart. And so this is what this guy did. He got so upset about, being proven wrong that he was being an anti-Semite that he just spent some time on me. So.
And we're going to spend a lot of time on you, armed liberal. We like you.
Please enjoy the next inspiration. A-doopa-dappa-doopa-dappa. Oh, a-doopa-dappa.
The internet, I have taken a look at it myself. Flocksterness is next to godliness.
Yes! The cartoon man, he's right. Flocksterness is next to godliness. You do not wish to go toe-to-toe against the king Flockstra. He is a true king amongst men. And I am a god of kings.
It does look tempting.
Yes, it does.
And that will be our show for the evening, ladies and gentlemen. So let's get started with some funsies. I got some funsies. Watch, look at this. There was this guy. So let me tell you a story. There's this guy that I trigger on Twitter. So fucking bad, right? Like, he's like horrifically using all the lolcow slang and shit. And then, maybe like I went and took a nap. I came back, fucked him a little more. And then I saw finally that YouTube, YT was in his app. It was the armed liberal YT, right? And this kid was serious as shit, man. He's a dumb motherfucker. He was taking L after L after L trying to defend this day of hate thing, being like, no, it's real and all this shit. I'm like, nothing fucking happened, you little faggot. Nothing.
Don't be a weirdo.
Nothing fucking happened. Let me show you this guy's channel. And let me be clear. You're going to think this is satire. This nigga is serious.
I wish it was satire. I wish this was a wrestling promo, but this guy is serious.
He thinks this shit is scary. Look at this. Look, wait. And you're gonna keep saying, "Oh, AP, I think it's satire." It's not.
I wish it was satire. I wish this was a skit, but this guy is literally an idiot.
I've looked into it.
By the way, I'm just gonna skip ahead because I have so much respect for AP.
Oh, a doopa-dappa-doopa-dappa. Oh, I think that gets them in day for doopa-dappa. Oh.
I was laughing so hard. He's like, just my video.
This is America. I'm just gonna skip. That's all.
Watch titties. It is really important. Now that I'm off with this motherfucker, the armed liberal, this one, and just I can't ignore something like that. And I promise.
I like titties too.
Meet.
But I like titties too. But
Meet Royce Lopez.
by the way, Hula, if you're still in the chat, I got a new assignment for you. There's this person who is claiming that she's being targeted by the Hells Angels. This is the woman that's been going after Royce Lopez. Her channel's called Outlaw MB. I would like to see you take a look at one of her videos and give your reaction.
He is an incel with Backyard Podcast, and I won't show his posts. However, he's been posting about me and soliciting violence against me so that he can try and use his social media platform to shut a victim up for the Hells Angels. So he's been inciting violence towards a victim to try.
Royce Lopez! Are you trying to incite violence against a targeted, a victim of the Hells Angels? Yeah, this is the bitch that was pretty much being a nuisance to the Hells Angels.
Try and intimidate the victim into not reporting crimes against the Hells Angels or testifying against the Hells Angels. So I'm capturing that information because I think at some point we're going to circle back around to Royce Lopez. And I think I need to give this to authorities at some point. He has been soliciting some extreme violence towards me, which includes having my throat slit. I'm going to.
Royce Lopez! Are you telling a woman? Are you trying to order a hit on this poor victim? How evil he is.
Be fed to crocodiles, abducted,
By
tied
whales?
down to a table, and a gang of
Kinky.
men attacking me. Well,
Oh, that sounds kinky. Sounds like a good time. Well, that sounds like a good time.
I am a victim where I was drugged in my home and I was attacked by a gang of men, and some have led back to the Hells Angels. And so he's using his social media platform for the Hells Angels to intimidate me, to try and shut me up.
Okay.
And so I think I don't think that's legal. I think that's a very serious situation right now that he's creating for himself. So I'm going to capture that information, and I want everybody to know about this Royce Lopez. And he's an incel. Most of the Hells Angels are incels. These men could never, ever get a woman like me.
I think I've seen. Sorry, I couldn't resist. Oh shit. Oh shit, wrong one.
So I'm capturing onto a table, and I think that's a very serious situation. And so I think I don't think that's legal. I think that's a very serious situation right now that he's creating for himself. So I'm going to capture that information, and I want everybody to know about this Royce Lopez. And he's an incel. Most of the Hells Angels are incels. These men could never, ever get a woman like me. Never in a million years. The only way that they would ever get a woman like me is by doing just what was done to me, drugging me while I was sleeping in my home. And this amount of violence has been excessive. It has given me stress and duress. It has got me very concerned for this man's mental health and his state of mind, to think that he could pull a stunt like that.
Go on.
And have it go unnoticed in a case like this. So we're going to document this. I won't show the posts or the comments because I'm not going to give that any time. But we're going to document this and put this on YouTube so everybody can see and know what Royce Lopez has done. Keep it documented, because that's what authorities will tell you to do. Document, document, document. Document everything that you can. So I'm documenting Royce Lopez is inciting violence.
How dare you incite violence on a victim of the Hells Angels? Oh yeah, he does. She does have fantasies of wanting to be ravaged by that sexy buff Cuban. She wishes that she could get ravaged by Royce Lopez. Careful, outlawed MB. Royce Lopez is too sexy for you. We've seen some of his clones. I've seen one of his clones.
Against a victim for the Hells Angels to shut the victim up, to intimidate a witness. Ooh, I don't think that's going to be very good, Royce. I don't know. I'm possibly looking at sending that to an attorney as well. I think that would be a good thing, rightfully so.
I just need to breathe this all in. Excuse me. Now, let's go back to the playlist.
Meet Royce.
No, you not. Now let's look at this guy. This is a temporary thing until I figure out what the hell's wrong with my my computer. It's 11 o'clock here in the city of Rolier. I'm your host, Rickzilla, and we are reaching the end point. We have taken a look at Mary. We've taken Shani. We've watched Cyrax get his ass whooped by Marty. Now we're down to 2 final videos. One, we've even said hello to Armed Liberal, and now we will. And we even said hello to that guy, that lady that was talking shit to the Hells Angels, that Hells Angels Karen. But now we are going into the cesspool of hell. That's right. We are going to be looking at Daniel Larson. For context, who the hell Daniel Larson is? He's a ped who was on TikTok, who was following these influencers, these underage influencers on TikTok. And he has a lot of severe mental problems that are pretty much left undiagnosed. I'm pretty sure he has violent outbursts. He is currently homeless. He gets kicked out of a lot of places. He's been kicked out of numerous facilities because of his vile behavior. But I don't need to go into the brief history of Daniel Larson. This video is evident enough of his lunacy.
Get the fuck up off the toilet.
No, you fucking won't, bitch. No, you fucking won't.
So this was 3 weeks ago. Daniel Larson somehow was homeless in LA. And then he ended up here in Nevada, in Vegas. And he's been kicked out of numerous places.
You aren't gonna do shit.
Whoa. You better calm the fuck down. You get stupid now?
Huel! Oh shit, it's Huel Babineau? Oh shit, it's Huel Babineau.
Go right now. No. Walk. No. Fuck out.
Sorry, that Huel?
Walk. Get the fuck out. Let's go.
God damn! God damn!
Don't yell at me. I said don't yell at me. I said don't yell at me. I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything.
I don't think so.
Don't grab me like that. Don't fucking grab me like that. Don't fucking grab me like that.
Why isn't this on IP2? I will never know. Somebody should bring this guy on IP2. I'm pretty sure Daniel Larson would fit in with most of the people in that community. The IP2. Imagine Daniel Larson on the RV. And yes, I watched the IP2. I mean, it's a good time. It is a really good time.
I said don't touch me like that. Don't fucking touch me like that. I didn't do anything. I didn't fucking do anything.
To the left.
I didn't fucking do anything. Don't fucking grab me like that, bitch.
Jump
Don't fucking grab me. I have it all fucking camera, bitch.
You don't fuck around here, okay? We come get you, right? I said walk.
Don't fucking touch me. Don't fucking touch me. Don't fucking touch me.
Out the door.
Don't fucking touch me.
You said come out, you should right there and got the fuck out.
Don't fucking touch me.
Next time you go in the handcuffs.
Don't fucking touch me. Don't fucking touch me,
Next time you go in the
bitch.
mechanical restraints, you don't step on this property, sir. You better watch your mouth. Stop.
Yeah. Before you start feeling sorry for him, this guy has admitted to being a pedophile. And he is a public nuisance. I do believe he needs to be placed in like a facility, a padded room. I don't know if he can be helped, but
Next time you try to hit me, I didn't do anything. You hit me. You hit me.
Property, please. Nobody hit you. Stop property. Yep. Read it yourself.
Don't fucking walk over here. Don't fucking walk over here. Don't fucking walk over here. No.
Cross the
Because I
street.
didn't do anything.
Cross the street.
I said walk, okay?
I don't.
Here your
Do
option.
you want to go?
You can walk or I take you across the street. How you want to go? Walk.
I was just trying to.
Walk.
I was just trying to use the goddamn fucking password, bitch.
Walk. Just walk.
it's point. I mean, this guy has severe mental problems. I think he's been permanently stuck in the mind of a child. I think he's permanently stuck in the mind. I think he's permanently stuck in the mindset of a child, a small child at that. I really don't know the whole story about Larson. I've seen videos on him, but he is very dangerous.
I will kill myself.
And there he has all the makings of a lolcow. And there he is, threatening to off himself. They always, every time they don't get their way, they always threaten to off themselves. It's a defense mechanism that they incorporate. Amelia was born a baby Yoda.
Fucking kill myself over them.
Typical thing for a lolcow to say.
I will fucking kill myself over them. It's so fucking bad.
I'm sorry, I just can't help but laugh at his crying face. It's just, I mean, imagine if this was Mary. Imagine if this was Mary. She pretty much does this. She pretty much did the same thing in back when she was still homeless. This is what Mary used to do when she was homeless.
I will fucking kill myself over them.
Always threatening to kill them. Always threatening suicide. And then punch the ground. And this is also, he hurts himself constantly. I don't know if I feel sorry for this weirdo. I honestly don't know if anyone should feel sorry for this guy. And here's where the quality goes to shit. God, looks like a goblin. And he's hitting the concrete. He's hitting the pavement. And this landed him in the hospital. Kind of sounds like Chewbacca. I'm just going to skip ahead. Because he spends most of the time crying. And threatening suicide.
Literally just to like public grounds. Like literally. If this was private property, why don't you just like just to I can't just do that.
Done. Paramedics or anything?
No.
So a cop comes to what sees Daniel punching the ground, screaming and crying, threatening suicide.
I just need some time.
What's going on?
The fucking security at that motel right across the street sexually tried to harass me.
Alright, so this area is technically closed. I'll ask you to depart property.
Just go ahead and call police.
Must call the police.
Well, call paramedics or something.
Go ahead and depart property.
I don't want to walk right now.
I understand that this area is closed. It's the middle of the night. Go over to the park. Go inside where it's warm.
I can't just do that.
Why not, sir?
Because everywhere I go, I'm being harassed by security for nothing.
It's not for nothing. It's not for nothing. He's pretty much a public nuisance. The reason why he's getting into arguments with security is because he's angry, he's violent. He has all these violent outbursts. Not to mention, he is an infamous dine and dasher. You have to pay money to stay in those buildings, or at least unless you're gonna buy something, you can't hang around them. And to quote the guy that guy in the gym that told Letiti, it's not a hotel. Like I said, it's not a hotel. This guy's gonna end up doing something dangerous.
Understandable, sir, but like I said, this area is closed. At the park, you can't stay here.
Literally just to like public grounds. Like, literally. If this was private property, why don't you just, like, tie it off or something? Like, have a sign or something.
I haven't signed talking as private property. You can move through the property, but you can't stay on the property, right?
I'm not trying to stay on the property. I just need like a 2-second break for a moment.
Okay.
I will be.
We'll let you be. You just gotta head out at some point.
I just like literally got sexually harassed at that motel by security, and I just don't like. I don't. They told me that I'm fully trespassed and banned, even though like literally I was just using the restroom for like 5 minutes. Oh.
So they take him to like a hospital.
I'm fucking fired.
Well, his throat is on fire because he kept crying and screaming all night.
Oh.
So they take him to like the hospital.
About to break a fucking window.
He's gonna break a window.
I need to buy a fucking gun.
Did you hear that? He needs to buy a gun. To do what? Oh my God. Yeah, this is the reason why he needs help. He needs psychiatric help. Involuntary confinement. We're talking about involuntary confinement. Probably for the rest of his life. This is why we should bring back the insane asylums to house people like this. That or prison.
Fucking sexual assault. He's lucky I pulled up my pants prior to the fucking video.
He's falsely accusing the security guards of sexually assaulting him.
That's gonna need fucking stitches. Oh my God.
God damn, he's unhygienic. Yeah, this guy doesn't bathe. He doesn't groom himself. He's extremely unhygienic.
Oh my fucking God.
I'm just skipping.
I'm fucking innocent. I didn't do anything. That security guard is fucking
I've been looking at this guy for a while. I haven't.
Full on assault.
I have a small piece.
Shit! I almost ruined the surprise. Well, we have one last video, and I always save the best for last. We have one last video to end out the stream. One last video for tonight. And I always save the best for last. As most of you don't know who this guy is, I've been pretty much following this guy for like the duration of 2022 of last year. Probably around like the time when the whole the titty thing took off. I have been following this guy for about a while. He is the biggest in the sector. He is 5-star days. They call him by the names the Ralph Male, the Gunt, the Big Bad, the One, the only Ethan Oliver. Ralph. Hula, if you're still in here, this is the guy I kept talking. Now, Hula, if you're still in here, this is the guy I've been talking about for a while.
I have a small penis. I probably make more money off shitting myself. I might pull down my fucking pants and
Hold on, let me put. This guy is ego rivals that of Neg. This guy's ego rivals Neg's. Imagine if Negs went on the Shanny diet.
I have a small penis. I probably make more money off shitting myself. I might pull down my fucking pants and shit all over the place today. Do they really know what the fuck it is I'm doing? I don't give a fuck about being hated. I don't give a fuck about you talking your shit. I get paid either way. Do you think I would give a fuck? I wouldn't. That's the difference between me and a fraud like Nick Rekieta and Augie and all these cocksucking fat.
This is the guy, the Fed, the biggest in the sector. 5-star days. Let's fucking go. By the way, this is Ethan Ralph. I've been talking. I wouldn't shut up about this guy because this guy's no longer on. Yeah, this guy's been banned off of numerous streaming platforms. He's been banned off Twitch. He's been banned off YouTube. He's been banned on DLive. He's been banned. I'm pretty sure I don't know if he's been banned off Rumble. He was probably, I don't know. I don't know where, but he's usually on cozy.tv, which is the site, which is the streaming platform created by Nick Fuentes, the leader of the white race and the leader of the Cat Boys. This guy, Ethan Oliver Ralph, is a figurehead in was a figurehead in like the Gamergate era. They made an episode of Law and Order SVU off of him, based on him. Well, not technically based off him, based off the whole Gamergate movement. But this guy is a social pariah. Like I said, he's been banned off YouTube. He's been banned off YouTube. He's been banned off Twitch. He's been banned off DLive, back when DLive was still a thing. I don't think he's on Rumble. I don't think he's on Odyssey. I think he's banned off those sites. The only places he goes to stream is his website, called the Killstream, killstream.com, and cozy.tv. But he flags people who laugh at him because he has a fragile ego that rivals Shanny's. And he gets into fights all the time. This guy also leaked revenge porn of his teenage ex-girlfriend, where he stuck his thumb up her ass and eat the poo-poo. We made fun of him for eating the poo-poo. We also make fun of him for getting his ass whooped in Portugal.
faggots.
We make fun of him because of his ego. We make fun of him. We call him a rage pig. We call him a rage pig because he's always raging a lot.
That's the difference. I don't give a fuck. The money comes in regardless. I can shit all over myself and I'd still get paid.
They said, we'll bring it down.
Yep. This guy pooped his... Okay, the reason why he talked... That clip is relevant is because there is a clip where he pretty much sharded himself. Yes, you heard me. He sharded himself. He shit his pants. Live. And he doesn't give a fuck.
Down to 39 million.
I
was
will.
actually close to doing this deal.
He's
to
wrong.
tell the truth, but I would have had it. You would have been angry at me.
If Josh stands right next to me and we measure dicks on air, I'll do it. Yeah. He said I was.
Ralph Mail facts. These losers don't comprehend what a real man is. You understand? I don't give a fuck. That's the difference between me and all these losers. Also, I don't have a small dick, fucker.
Scared to measure dick on air. And he agreed with Jim. That's what Jim said.
By the way, Jim's retired. Jim, a.k.a. Mr. Medicare, Big Daddy Jim, not to be confused with James. Jim has been this guy's... Ralph always kept calling Jim his internet daddy until Medicare laughed at him for getting his ass whooped in Portugal. And he has hated him. There is a call. Last year, there was a call on a Monday Match channel where Jim was pretty much laughing at Ralph, and Ralph was pretty much bitching at Jim. And Jim was just laughing at him.
But I'll measure my dick with Broke Dick Josh from Kiwi Farms. And we'll have a Howard Stern dick measuring contest, just like the old days. Just like the old days, we'll go into the room.
No, this guy's not on YouTube, by the way.
We'll let the fluffer get it going, and we'll have them measure.
You understand how crazy? So China's in for 39. They're saying
just like the old episode. Just like the old episode that I know you've seen, nigga.
And we will take you back. The head man. You know who.
And he's always drunk on stream. He's always drunk on stream. His career is a zombie.
That is.
It's deader than Kaki's. By the way, Ralph's career is deader than Kaki's sex life.
Then I started to say, actually, it should be much less. It should be like 5 or 6.
And I know half the people in this chat's probably seen it too.
We'll take you back for 39.
Yeah, we'll let her go back. She gets both fluffed up.
See what happens. But
and I'll take that test.
Open, right? Yes,
100%.
Yes, sir.
And I put 10 grand on me being the winner.
It's so sad.
Just be glad you guys weren't here when Ralph's sex tape, the revenge porn, got leaked. I wasn't here, but a lot of people in that community, in the great debate community, the blood sport community, a lot of people in the blood sport community were laughing at the fact that Ethan Ralph has a tiny dick. And also he shits his pants.
We have no control, by the way. China controls
immediate
WHO. So that's what
China
it does.
Controls the media.
Democrats, except for the leadership.
Josh said he agrees. He wants you to message me. I don't even know how to send me his email. He knows my email, the Ralph at theralphreport.com or at Killstream on Telegram. So yeah.
Ralph Mail facts. The broke dick losers are the ones that are asking for this. I can't even listen. I don't give a fuck. You've all seen the Ralph cock. If it wasn't for that ass A-Log and me, you would have seen how hung the Ralph Mail really is.
I will have a dick measuring contest with Josh Moon live on air. Yeah.
To come out last.
Stupid.
So then they blow it into a catastrophe, the most embarrassing.
But I'm not going to message him. He'll have to reach out to me, of course.
It's April Fool's Day.
Wrong. That's what said. Somebody on Kiwi Farms just said, if Jim thought he was dying, it would be a good idea to not have kids. Wrong. That's what a non-DNA passer on says.
I aspire to be Jim. Medicare.
That's what they say. Get the fuck out of here.
China's most favored nation's trade status. immediately on day one. Independence from China, we have to do it.
That's what somebody who doesn't want to fucking pass on their legacy says. Fuck you.
I will hold China financially accountable for unleashing the China virus upon the world.
Oh, yeah.
From the WHO, which
And these niggas on Kiwi Farms are responsible for all kinds of deaths and suicides and just like the craziest shit. Also, this speech is getting way too long.
Yeah, he's watching Trump's speech.
I think this is important because, again, it's so much common sense involved. The United States was paying the World Health Organization.
And he's drunk.
I'm sick of all the Bones haters too, by the way.
Okay.
It's like, shut the fuck up, dude. I don't watch these motherfuckers to moralize about, you know, the state of society. I watch them to beat the fuck out of each other to the point of possible death.
Okay. Good to know, Ralph.
Now, I don't want to see them die. Don't get me wrong.
Then why are you threatening to fight them? Also, my mic is getting a little too close. Okay, so then why the... Never mind. Never mind. It's pointless. It's fucking pointless. God damn, my mic is close. I'm gonna have to bring out the other mic to see if that one works. It probably might not work, but wouldn't hurt to try.
But these are fighters. These are not. This is not Socrates and Aristotle here. I don't.
Just to let you know, the guy Ralph is fucked up. I've seen drunk. This guy's fucked up. And you wonder why nobody takes him seriously.
Give a fuck. I watch these monsters because I want to see a fucking show.
That's why we like to watch your stupid ass, Ralph. That's why we like to watch Ralph. We want to see a good fucking show. Kind of like the good old days of internet blood sports. Also, Ralph eats the poo-poo.
Wiper sent $3. Be honest, would you titty fuck Keffels if you could put a bag on his head?
Oh, we all know goddamn well he would fuck Keffels.
That's a ridiculous question. Although they are really large. I don't really...
That's estrogen. Ralph male facts. Now, I'll say this. Half of these haters would jump at the chance to fuck Keffels for the Ralph male. That's the God's honest truth. They wouldn't be able to handle a single moment with a real man. Well, keep telling yourself that, Ralph. Keep telling yourself that.
But you know what? I'm gonna take back because he actually did unblock. Because he sent me a message and there was a lot of people going around like, oh, Ralph's like about to die or some shit. Then I should just quit.
His career is dead.
East Palestine Growiper sent $3. We forgive you. Just don't beg for shit and don't follow through. You just had to leave on time and not be fuck up for a couple hours. How hard is that?
How hard
Figure
is
it the fuck out.
Well, you know what? You might figure out how hard it'd be if you did this for a living. But yeah, you're right. I actually just crossed into the wrong boundary. And then they're like, oh, the police are about to come. And it's like, okay.
Yeah, he's always drunk, just to let you know. Ralph is always a drinker. A heavy drinker.
I don't want to hear that.
He talked about him digging.
And he's also a pill popper. There was a stream where he was shaking a bottle of pills. We always make fun of it, calling it the pill stream because he was shaking a bottle of pills.
While you're trash, that's legal, Josh. I don't know if you know that or not.
You can say the pedophile incel king. I mean, you can say whatever you want.
He is a rage pig.
Decided upon.
Thank you, Rip Ralph.
I don't want to talk about this. I can't help it that a giant ass is swallowing up all the. Oh God. That's not my thing.
This is where I go. This is where I take off. Bye. Enjoy talking about your cock, bro.
And that's it. And that's all the videos for tonight. I think that we're going to do it for tonight. Seriously. Oh, boy. Here's hoping that next time, if I do this, there won't be any difficulties. Yeah, I had to reformat my stream because, well, yes, I had to reformat my stream because it was pretty much being a biatch. My computer. I might need to get it fixed. Anyway, that's it. Got nothing else to say. I'm going to sign off. Sorry, there might not be that closing song because until I figure out what the fuck is wrong, why my computer can't update, we're going to make do with what we got right now. Anyway, I want to thank everyone for hanging out with me and pretty much putting up with me for like 2 hours and 30 minutes. It really meant a lot to me. And we didn't make much money, but hopefully in the end, I keep forgetting to shill out my my shit. If you like what I do and want to support me, you can support me by donating a few dollars in the PayPal. It's paypal.me/Rickzilla524. Alternatively, you can donate to my Cash App, Rickzilla08. Or you can just buy me a coffee. Hopefully, we'll figure out what the hell is wrong with my computer, and hopefully I might go back to Streamlabs. This is probably a temporary thing. Shit happens. But hopefully soon. Hopefully soon, this won't happen again. Anyway. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for hanging out with me. If you like what I do, please hit that like button. Share this with your friends. And why not subscribe to my channel? Alternatively, you can also follow me on the other social media platforms in the description. If you feel generous and want to send a few dollars my way, you can do that. You can do so by donating to my PayPal, my Cash App, or buy me a coffee. Any small amount will do. Any small amount will help out. But if you don't have the money, you can, like I said, you can support me in other ways, such as liking this video, liking the stream, and sharing this with your friends. And yeah, there's that. Once again, thank you guys for sticking around. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for putting up with my minor inconvenience. With that being said, I'm Rickzilla, and I shall see you guys next time.